Checkered Flag is one of many Jaguar games with ties to a Lynx title, and it's kinda unpopular due to its controls, but that don't really matter to me. While controls like crap to some will seem fine to others, it's a very esoteric thing really, trying to explain with words what it feels like to control a virtual thing in a virtual space on a piece of plastic with your hands that are probably very different to mine. Not enjoying a game for its controls is fair, of course, but it's not as much of a technicality as people make it out to be, especially if you just play racing games for the ambient, zone out and watch the scenery pass you by kinda thing. It's often compared to 32X Virtua Racing, but there's some things Checkered Flag actually has over it. There's more tracks, yet none of them are as long or detailed, but there's music during gameplay, but nothing near the god tier groovy ass bangers from Virtua Racing, even if they were just all fanfares. Basically, it's a poor man's Virtua Racing, but to me that's like saying it's only vanilla ice cream. Like, I'm still gonna eat that shit up, ask for seconds, get brain freeze, forget to brush my teeth that night, and then not sleep well because I ate a whole ass fucking 2-litre tub of ice cream at 1 in the morning. The point is, Checkered Flag has the same appeal as Virtua Racing. I like it for the same reasons, and that makes it one of my favourite Jaguar games because I can just boot it up and enjoy it any time for its similar feel as Virtua Racing. The way the menus bolt to life, crunchy MIDI guitar, power chords full blaze, big title card backdrop, car running you down. It's like the start line cars all firing up. And the music, oh boy, it's like you took the Genesis guitar and gave it too much monster. It's distortion and overdrive to the max, almost ear bleeding, but in that kind of noise rock way. Bassy, thumpy, it fits the pace, yet the lead melody is this twangy kind of saw wave sound. It's just such a goofy choice for lead melody, it just kind of bonks the music and gives it the feeling of a shitty travelling funfair merry-go-round. It's a weird little tinge to the game that just gives it that classic, very Jaguar Kusoge feel. So you accelerate, brake and cruise control, which keeps your speed up at a constant. Great for giving your fingers a rest and avoiding some of that onsetting arthritis. Ha ha ha, no I'm just goofing, nah, your hand's fucked. Especially after a 99 lap race, and I would love to meet the person who decided that that was a reasonable number you could choose. From the menu there's all the car settings, track, weather, opponents and game modes all on this one screen. Every necessary menu item squished into one. And yeah, Jesus, I just want to know why was 99 where you decided to stop at? Like, it would probably take like an hour and a half for you to play 99 laps, and I'm almost tempted, but then I remembered I have a life to live, things to experience, and more importantly, more Jaguar games to play. Races end very abruptly as soon as a few winners get by. Legit, it just fucking goes to black like the console's given up on your pathetic slow ass and shows you which of your different coloured brother cars has proven you to be the useless little fuck you are. The controls feel sticky, but again, I don't care. It's an old 3D arcade racing game, of course it'll be jittery. I'm more interested in the way that turning makes it look like the world is turning around you. Like reality bends and shifts to the power of blue car. In terms of game modes, there's time trials, basic free race and the main tournament mode, which is just doing the 10 courses in order and having to win to move on, and also doing like 10 fucking laps, which I just found to be a little too much. I like all the different camera angles, making the car look tiny or giving it hands. The many different angles they offer is nice, cause man, I fucking love old 3D houses and roads and trees and shit. Everything is such a nicely moulded chunk of polygon, a real weird smoothness to it all, and the skies and rain make the whole world feel bleak, as the fog especially does in the coastal courses, and ocean mist creeping in. There's even a code for nighttime, which turns the game into a totally unseeable neon mess, and it's sick as fuck. The sides of the roads become like cat's eyes. And I like the way that the skyboxes sort of blend into the tracks too, through nothing but their colour choice. And like I say, I love these minimal poly buildings and stuff like the flags, the streetlights, and even the odd blimp or plane above the crowd stands. Imagine driving through this barren realm. Oh, and of course, the repair bay never does anything at all, just adding to the empty, useless oddity of these places. The first track is a forest of triangle trees and long views of the ponds, them lakeside landscapes. Desert's got cacti, square houses and satellite dishes, and these amazing arc buildings that I'd love to know what they are and what the fuck they're doing in the desert. They're like motorway service stations. You know, like the ones where it's like there's like a tunnel. There's like a stairway tunnel and like a Burger King hanging over the fucking highway, the motorway. I'm not an American. Like, imagine this was real, eating at an overtrack cafe here, watching these week-long races going on down below. Getting immersion in a game with these visuals and such random surreal bits of world building, it just fucks with your brain in the best way, bro. Drugs are for bitches. I like its confusion, asking your mind to fill in the blanks. You hear people saying this for 2600 games all the time, that their limitation is a charm that means you gotta use your imagination and make up some of the fun yourself, and I think it's a shame that people can't say the same for old 3D games like this, or maybe more accurately choose not to, because Jaguar bad, haha, I'm really quite a funny guy. 2600 games are primitive, sure, but Jaguar games were from just as technically challenging an era, primitive also, so I don't know, just try to enjoy things consistently rather than for a specific reason. I love the hole. A weird track as it's pretty much just strings of tunnels. And Island Hop is cool because coastal drives are cool. Palm trees and odd views of the coast hills jutting out into the ocean, and lighthouses past the McDonald's arches. The way it sort of lights up in the rain as well, it's really pretty. The gorge got a lot of empty space and these random beams between the hills like they're being forced apart, and Concrete Canyon opens with a motherfucking UFO, and yes, suddenly I guess we're on another planet Formula 1 racing through. It's all artificial looking grey mountain valleys with these comically huge lights alongside reasonably sized normal street lights. These overhead boys are so weird looking, I don't even know if they're meant to be lights, but if they are, then I really want to know what the hell these mountain ranges abandoned by God are needing such heavy duty lighting for. Sunlight Strip is the beach vaporwave one, warm evening sky and hot air balloon ambiently just dangling there. The huts and palm trees like a beachfront in the middle of the desert where surfboards line the roadsides to form a makeshift fence of the long flowing stretches of track going around the only body of water in sight. Easily my favourite track. Then Arctic Run, it's just got cute ass little penguins, snowmen and igloos all over. It's pretty cool. And for once I get to say that, and it's sorta not redundant, because it's also now a snow pun, and puns are pretty damn funny, I have to admit. Also, I had this weird error when playing this once, where only one skybox would appear on every track. And also very early on, when I first got the Jaguar, sometimes it'd make this deafening static that was genuinely painful to hear, but would slowly die down like rain easing off, and once the last trickle of static was gone, the game's regular audio came back through. So if you experience the static noise issue, try just leaving the system running a game for 10 minutes or so and see if the static leaves.